All right, let's start. Hello, everyone, and once again, a very warm welcome to another episode of Chinet, the Agentic Commerce podcast, exploring how brands are building in an AI world. I'm your host, Rachit Magan, and we've spoken to more than 60 different founders in the last couple of months. A majority of them have been either D2C founders or agencies focused on D2C founders. Um, I see a very common trait amongst all that they have figured out Instagram, they've cracked Meta ads, they've built a Shopify store that works, and they're focusing on ROAS and ROI and reducing the CAC. But I think a lot have a lot of founders generally underestimate a very big commercial opportunity sitting in front of them, which is Amazon. um, of course, everyone knows Amazon exists. Everyone buys from Amazon. Everyone tries. All founders try to sell on Amazon as well, but there's no playbook yet, right? Um, my wife started a D2C brand back in 2019. Tried selling on Amazon, did not work out. Had to shut that down. Uh, of course, because no one gave us a playbook. We did not know we were flying in the dark, right? And that I think that's what happens today as well. Um, Either people don't know what the algorithm is watching, they don't know why do some brands climb, others just stall, and that's actually what separates founders who build $1 million Amazon businesses versus those who keep wondering why and how to do that. My guest today has actually spent 9 years inside that exact engine room. He's built his expertise at eStore Factory, one of India's most respected and biggest Amazon agencies. Then he went and built his own agency called Sellers Umbrella, where his team has now worked with over 200 brands and managed more than $5 million of Amazon ad spend. His tagline, which we will talk about, is growth, not guesswork. And that's what we're going to find out. What does that mean in practice? So let's invite Nirav to the stage. Hi, Nirav. A very warm welcome to Chinet.
Oh, hi, Richie. Thanks for the inviting me. Good to be here.
It is my pleasure. So, Nirav, would let's start with a small introduction of yourself. Where are you from? How did you reach where you've reached? And what's your story?
Okay, so basically, I'm from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. Basically, I'm from Bhavnagar, but right now living in
Hmm.
Ahmedabad since last 12 years.
Right.
I have started my journey from the delivery boy in
Oh,
Amazon.
wow.
Yeah, and
You start.
then
You start your journey as a delivery boy in Amazon. That's a big
yeah
leap.
in
I did not know
yeah
that.
I was the delivery guy, and then
Hmm.
I joined the e-store factory. I learned everything
Right.
uh, from the start to scratch, from the English to everything. So
Correct.
uh, basically everything what I have learned from the account management, the PPC listing, working
Right.
across marketplaces, everything is from the e-store factory.
Hmm.
And yeah, and then actually there is a story that I have left because of the COVID happened,
Oh,
uh,
yes. Correct.
and I had my second child as well, and
Oh,
the
wow.
life, yeah,
Hmm.
and the life needed different setup altogether,
Correct.
and I felt like I wasn't able to contribute the way I used to,
Hmm.
and they are very growth oriented people. So rather than spending wasting their time, I think
Right.
I should start something on my own,
Hmm.
and that's where the sellers umbrella and merchant exporter come into play.
Correct. Wow, wow. I have one-year old right now,
Oh
and oh
wow.
God, I can't imagine what it happens when you have a second child right now.
Yeah,
Even thinking of
yeah.
it gives me the shivers. So,
No, I have to, and both boys actually.
oh wow,
So
wow.
yeah, it's just very
Right, that's yeah. Boys are usually known to be more naughty, right? ज़्यादा शैतान होते हैं, ज़्यादा मस्ती
correct,
करते हैं.
correct. So that's
So
that.
that's
Yeah.
that's lovely. That's lovely. And yeah, like Ahmedabad itself, I think it's a beautiful city. I was there a couple of months back, and yeah, like I love the food there. It's very it's honestly, like coming from being mostly in Delhi and this side, थोड़ा टाइम लगता है फूड
Correct.
समझने में, बट
Yeah.
एक बार आपको अच्छा आप वो टेस्ट डेवलप कर लो. आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फ्रेंड्स हु आर गुजराती, लाइक आई वाज इन बिट्स पिलानी फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट, तो वहाँ पे
Oh wow.
बहुत लोग हैं जो
Okay. Yeah.
गुजरात
Correct.
से आते हैं. मेरे बहुत क्लोज फ्रेंड्स सब वहीं से. तो जब हम लोग कॉलेज में गए तो देन दे स्टार्टेड मेकिंग दे स्टार्ट मेकिंग होम फूड, और वहाँ पे कॉलेज में नहीं, मतलब आफ्टर कॉलेज व्हेन वी वर वर्किंग इन बैंगलोर,
Okay.
तो मेरे को आदत पड़ गई, एंड नाउ आई क्रेव दैट फूड, राइट. यहाँ पे आपको बहुत
Yeah.
सब कुछ बहुत स्पाइसी मिलेगा, बट दैट
Yeah.
मिक्सचर, दैट स्वीट एंड सेवरी टेस्ट, एंड दैट
Yeah.
cheese itself, I think cheese is a big thing in Ahmedabad, right?
यस, और वो बहुत बहुत बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन है दैट गुजराती ओनली ईट स्वीट्स, एंड दैट इज नॉट द केस बिकॉज
Yes.
वेयर आई एम फ्रॉम इज भावनगर. द स्पाइसी फूड इज समथिंग दैट यू कैन हैव. सो वहाँ पे स्वीट
Correct.
मिलता है, ऑफ कोर्स चीनी
Right.
दाल में चीनी होती ही है, बट
Right.
दैट इज नॉट द ओनली थिंग वी हैव.
Right.
देयर आर अदर थिंग्स एज वेल.
For sure, for sure. So, Neera, when you started your own agency, I like. So was it right after your second? So was it right after your second child was born? So it was like right after that
Yes.
time.
So yeah. So that is the step that I have to take, as I said,
Correct.
because I am not contributed enough, and life has a different demand at that
Correct.
time. So I
Correct.
have to give some time to my family. My mother and father are not well at that time as well. So I am not at that peak. So I have took some rest for 2 or 3 months, and then decided to start something. So
Start something.
I am not that entrepreneurship kind of mindset before. So
Correct.
that is not in my agenda at all.
Hmm.
But yeah, the circumstances and everything is such that I have to do it.
Right, right. And when you started, was there something which you thought ki this will be easy, like this will be, at least this part will be easy, and that actually turned out to be more difficult than expected?
Yes, actually, we thought that getting paid is very easy.
Hmm.
Because as I said, I know everything. I am
Right.
since in this industry for more than 9 years.
Correct.
So I thought it's very easy to build something from the scratch,
Hmm.
but that is not the case. Because
Right.
when you have 9 years of experience, but as an agency you are fairly new,
Correct.
and people, nobody want to pay an unknown agency upfront. They want
Right.
to have to have some. So that's how service work, everything. And we cleared our home loans, moved to the rented place, decided not to. That is our core, that we don't want to get a loan and do the business and everything. So
Correct.
we have started from home, and bootstraps, and that constraint actually helped because it forced us to work harder than other big companies. So let's say for us what works is, we couldn't compete with the bigger agency on reputation,
Of course.
or so we
Of course. आप
compared.
start कर रहे हो तो then you can't compete. Like of course there'll be agencies existing from 10 years, and then of course reputation wise you can't. But
Yeah. So
then how did you manage to do that?
yeah, so the only two things we have, either you can outperform them in all
Right.
the ways. So basically, Indian agency working with US client operates in a IST time zone. So I have find the loopholes, and I myself started night shift from. So I will available to the US time zone from India.
Got it. Right.
So the turnaround speed and being available on the client time zone, we are only during their time is a big plus for us. And other
Right.
things we understand they want proactive communication.
Correct.
So we fix that too. So everything will be proactively communicated, whether it is inventory report, either whether it is ad
Right.
spending report. So there is no surprise for them. So they're
Correct.
likely to, and price wise we also very, because as I said, we are new, we have not that charging that much to them.
Right.
So and that works in our favor after first 6 months. So after that, whatever client we have are all the referral clients. So
Correct. Wow.
so
So it only took you
there's,
6 months to get your first chance, and then you just kept getting referrals.
Yeah. So in that
Amazing.
source, but those 6 months was
Hard.
like a hell. It's a no payment. You have family to feed and everything. But yeah,
I know.
it works. And end of it works out.
It worked out. Yeah, amazing. And कुछ ऐसा था which you thought कि बहुत hard होगा, but it actually was easier than expected.
Yeah. So I thought diagnosing any problem
Hmm.
from like कभी अभी मेरे पर कोई ऑडिट आया या फिर कोई क्लाइंट
Hmm.
आया,
Hmm.
तो पहले ऐसा लगता था कि we have to work on it or
Hmm.
analyze it, but now after 6 years or more than 9 years, uh, uh, a founder whenever they come to me, I look at their account and I just find two or three mistakes
Right.
without deep diving on it. So you've seen the same mistake 200 times, you spot it fast. So that's it. And it's not the magic. So yeah, that's tricky. I think because and AI makes it very easy nowadays. So
Correct.
before we have to do all the manual Excel sheet works and create reports and everything, but AI does it faster than we just have
Hmm.
to apply the logic, and that only comes from the experience.
Correct, correct, absolutely, 100% true. And Nirav, do you like amongst all the like in the last 9 years, I would say you've worked across 200 brands. Of course, would probably is a lesser number, right? I'm sure it
Yeah, correct.
it's probably much more than that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
overall, I'm sure you've worked with people who struggle and who've been who with whom it's been difficult for them to to get something out of Amazon versus people who've
correct.
been very good at it, right? So, dono mein,
Correct.
what are the key differences between a founder who's successful on Amazon versus one who's struggling?
Okay. So basically, there is a very thin line between them. So the
Hmm.
winner treat Amazon as a data platform. They are
Hmm.
not treating as a listing platform, first of all. So and the only differentiate from the experience to non-experienced one is the experienced one is always track the tech cost.
Hmm.
Tech cost is a very big term in our industry for that, but the total advertisement cost of sales,
Hmm.
which
Okay.
is ad spend divided by total revenue, not just the revenue.
Okay.
So
Got it.
healthy product should be
Hmm.
under 5 to 10% tech cost, declining over time, of course.
Hmm.
If it's flat or climbing, your organic flywheel isn't working.
Hmm.
So
Correct.
most sellers don't even know these metrics exist in the Amazon.
Hmm. Right.
And the other thing is this one I see constantly, that founder pick product looking at the competitor on Jungle Scout or Helium Tin tools, and they think if they are doing this much, I can do too. But
Correct.
those tools only show you the revenue, not the profit.
Right.
So they don't show the ad spend, the returns, the month of losses before a break even and everything. You are seeing the highlight reel and thinking it's the full movie,
Right.
for that matter. So so that's it. uh,
Hmm. Very interesting. So revenue, you might see your competitors' revenue and think that, acha, ye to this is like these guys are doing 5 crores, and I can easily get that. But
yeah,
yeah, you don't know how much if
yeah,
they're even
because
making a profit or not, right?
या और वो तो आप कुछ महीने कुछ साल तक सेल करोगे, उसके बाद आपको पता
बाद ही
चलेगा.
पता चलेगा, बिल्कुल, हाँ, शुरू में तो आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा, तो
यस, और
मतलब आप
मेजोरिटी ऑफ सेलर्स है वो 6 महीने में तो क्विट कर देते हैं, बिकॉज दे सी
करेक्ट.
ऑल द डेटा ऑन जंगल स्काउट. उन्होंने पूरा
यस.
कैलकुलेट किया ही नहीं हुआ होता कि ये कैसे होगा, क्या होगा,
करेक्ट.
और लैंडेड कॉस्ट क्या है, इधर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कॉस्ट क्या है, शिपिंग कॉस्ट क्या रहेगा, कितने टाइम पे वहां पहुंचेगी.
करेक्ट.
So all these things play a
करेक्ट.
good part in the cycle.
Yeah, and so a lot of even like a lot of Shark Tank brands, right? There's this thing you have that if you're selling from your own website, it's if you're building on Shopify, selling from your own website, it's considered better than selling from Amazon, and that's why a lot of founders now start thinking of Amazon as a secondary channel versus Shopify as the primary, and or Instagram as the primary channel. Do you
Yeah,
think that's the right mental model to work with for D2C founders?
the model is right, but the framing is wrong actually.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Basically they are the different tools. So let's say
Right.
Instagram is for discovery. People scroll, might notice you and might not. Shopify is your showroom. So people who already know you come to browse you or come to your showroom. But Amazon is where buying intent lives. So someone typing organic baby blanket or some other term, they isn't browsing, they are buying. Their credit card and everything is saved already. So they come on the Amazon with the intent to buy something. And that is
Correct.
not the case with Instagram or Shopify. And based on the data, Amazon convert 10 to 15% on average for Prime member uh, on eligible products,
Right.
and up to 74% on the given day, and no Shopify store on earth does that. You know, so the
When you
right
mean
model.
convert, you mean like from the people who check the product to people who buy, correct?
Correct. It's
Right.
entire cycle.
Wow.
So
Right.
add to cart, buy, and everything.
Correct. Right.
And so the right model is Instagram build your audience, Shopify build your brand, Amazon build your revenue. If you if you
Correct.
do
Right.
it
If you do it
right.
right.
So yeah. So and we always suggest to use all three. You know, we are not, because we are in Amazon. We don't say do Amazon. You have to
Correct.
work on all three to achieve some numbers. And yeah, that's us.
Right. And you also have a sister company, which is Merchant Exporter, which you were talking about.
Yeah.
And from what I gather, you take products from Indian companies, and then help them with selling in the US, right?
Correct.
How does this work? I did not even know that it's like that easy that you can get someone who can do all of it for you. What is it behind the scenes? What does it take?
Yeah. So the same problem, किसी को पता ही नहीं है कि ऐसा भी होता है. You know,
Exactly.
no. If I say almost none, no one is known that they think, okay, if you want to sell in US, it takes a bunch of dollars, and you need a physical office there, and you need so many certifications and all. But
Correct.
that is not the case, you know. And that's the opportunity for us to fill that gap. So I'll give you a quick example on that. One of my friend has a Nutra brand. They are selling spirulina. If you know the term, spirulina is a new Ayurvedic sort of a product, like a moringa. And he's selling in India locally 500 rupees a bottle, very good, healthy, and it went well. But because he's my friend, I showed him Amazon US, where comparable product people bought at 25 to 35 USD for the same product. And I have explained how it can be done from India. So we did the trial project with my friend. We did everything.
Right.
From the step one, merchant exporter took care of export document, freight, custom, the FBA preparation,
Right.
and we did the first small shipment with 1,000 MOQs. And within 90 days, we got around 12 to 15,000 USD worth of sales. Not the profit, because
Sales.
we are
Right.
we are still in the launching phase at that time.
Of course.
Right now, he's doing very well. I can't reveal the data, but yeah. And
Right.
the macro picture support is India is now a faster growing source country for Amazon sellers, specifically after the China conflict.
Right. Correct.
More than 2 lakhs Indian seller exporting through platform.
Wow.
एंड वो आप अगर पूछे तो 56% इंक्रीज हुआ है 2024 से. So
Amazing.
so
Wow.
people are now aware about all these, and that's why we think to introduce merchant exporter as well, as a because people used
And
to उसके पहले क्या था, वी अमेजोन में तो हम इतने साल से थे ही, लेकिन जो
correct.
क्लाइंट हमारे साथ थे, they work with us since 6 to 7 years. So they want us to do the communication with manufacturer. They want us to do the supply chain communication and all. So and we hired third party for those tasks because our
Correct.
core service is Amazon.
Right. Right.
Uh, but then we decided, okay, what if we registered another agency and do everything, because end of the day we are the one who communicate everything, right?
Right.
So and then we have started this,
Hmm.
and
But
so
that was
far
for manufacturer, like for the back end side also, like for procuring the product and like all of it.
मैन्युफैक्चरर थर्ड पार्टी सेलर. सो इफ आई गिव यू अ सिंपल एग्जांपल, अगर आपको कोई प्रोडक्ट पसंद है अमेजोन पे और
Correct.
इफ यू वांट टू सेल इट इन यूएसए,
Right.
I can find a manufacturer for you. I will
Hmm.
negotiate pricing. I will do everything on behalf of you. Under our export entity, merchant exporter, we will ship your product to whatever warehouse you want, like
Oh
US,
wow.
Europe, whatever
Right.
you want.
Correct.
We do every certification and everything will be taken care by us only. And once it is reached to the warehouse, our actual service will taken place, which is the
The
selling
Amazon
agency.
selling, right, right.
Yeah. So
Amazing, yeah. So everything behind the scenes, like till that point, also you're now covering, right?
yes, yes. So and there is no one is like us so far. There are people who do bits and pieces. Like there are agencies who do exports. There are agencies who do marketing.
Right.
But
Correct.
combination of both is
Of
very hard to
both
find.
is hard. Yes, for sure. Yeah, yeah. And you have a tagline, growth not guesswork, right? And
Correct.
so when you get new clients, what are they guessing? Which you're like, in any ye guesswork hai, ye band karo, ye karo. What is the number one thing?
Yeah, so that guesswork I find it in very serious and experienced sellers also. And if I give you, uh, their ad money is going at the keyword data level. So in Amazon track conversation rate per keyword, not just overall. And so for example, your product might convert at 14% on organic hair oil and 3% on natural hair care. Dashboard shows you blended 9%,
Oh, okay.
and it looks fine to you. But half of your budget is working and half is wasted. So real example is supplement brand doing 180K monthly. We pulled keyword data and
Right.
find out that 14,000 a month going to 23 keyword, converting under 4%.
Oh God.
Meanwhile, their best 8 keyword at 80% conversion were hitting daily budget cap by 2 p.m. So they are not running
Wow.
main keyword on a full 24 hours.
Right. They were wasting
So
like major chunk on the keyword which are not working.
yeah, so
Right.
best performance driving, worst performance is fisting. So we moved the money, same total spend,
Right.
revenue up by 31% in 60 days. That's
Wow.
what uh, end of guesswork means in
Hmm.
practice.
Right. Yes. Yes. That's that's sounds very obvious, but when you actually do it and when you're in the game, then it then you understand that
Yes,
what's the thing,
yes.
right?
Correct.
So there's a community question by Ankit on LinkedIn. Ankit is asking, what products can I sell today on Amazon that have a gap in the market?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Yeah, so so we cannot say just like हम
Of
ऐसे ही
course,
नहीं बोल
I
सकते कि
don't
ये
think so. अगर
yeah,
इतना easy होता तो फिर क्या बात है, and everyone
yeah,
would be selling. But अच्छा,
yeah, and
let's change this question a bit. How do you research products? Like how do you research products that okay,
okay.
this product might be a good contender?
Okay, okay. So basically, there are the tools, as I said, the Helium Tel, Jungle Scout, and other plenty of tools,
Correct. Yes.
which gives you the overall idea of how the product will work, or
Right.
they give you the historical data कि इतने साल में
This
ये
has
इतना
been the
बिका है,
growth. Yes.
अब उसमें क्या होता है, you have to find the spot. तो आप उसमें अपना क्या कर रहे हो? आप अगर सेम प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करोगे तो इट माइट नॉट वर्क एज यू थिंक.
Correct. Right.
सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैंने आपको स्पिरुलिना का जो एग्जाम्पल दिया, उसमें हमने
Right.
क्या किया था, एवरीवन इज सेलिंग द सेम व्हाइट बॉटल एंड 60 कैप्सूल्स इन इट.
Right.
सो जो पाउडर का जार आता है ना, उसमें हमने कैप्सूल डाल दिया.
Okay. Hmm.
So the product is
Right.
same, but the
The
presentation
same
is different.
is different. Right.
So when someone is selling on searching on Amazon, they go to the spirulina page, multiple products are appear, but जो हमारी दिखेगी वो पूरी अलग
Alag
तरह
lagegi.
से दिखेगी.
Yes. Correct.
So there is a high chances that it might work. So
Hmm.
प्रोडक्ट सेम है, लेकिन ऐसे छोटे छोटे डिफरेंशिएशन हमको करने पड़ते हैं, और वो
Hmm.
ऑल द बेस्ड ऑन डेटा होता है. देयर इज नथिंग दैट आई कैन से कि आप मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वो आपको मानना ही है.
Correct.
एवरीथिंग व्हाट आई से इज बेस्ड ऑन द डेटा.
Right, right, right. Yes. Yeah, and I think that's exactly what gets the difference, right? Like whether you're just talking on intuition or you're talking on data.
या
Like
या
when
या
you're actually talking on data, then that's when it impacts much more.
या और नाउ अभी तो ऐसा हो गया है कि सेलर सेंट्रल मैप से भी आपको कैटेगरी वाइज डेटा मिलता है.
मिल जाता है, correct.
कीवर्ड्स का मिलता है, सेलिंग का
Right,
मिलता है. तो
right.
इट्स तो सो इट्स कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ऑल.
Hmm.
और थोड़ा हमारा मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अवेलेबिलिटी भी देखना पड़ता है कि कहाँ से सोर्स
Hmm.
कर रहे हैं, कितने में पड़ रहा है प्रोडक्ट. यू नो
Absolutely,
सो
absolutely,
या
yes. That matters for sure. Yeah, and like, has Amazon been like बीच में we were reading कि अच्छा sellers की commission कम करता जा रहा है धीरे धीरे Amazon. Has that been like, have you also experienced that with your sellers or not really?
या इट्स वो जो इश्यू होता है वो नए सेलर्स को होता है, क्योंकि जो
अच्छा,
ऑलरेडी सेलिंग कर रहे
हाँ वो तो
हैं दे आर
ठीक है.
दे
Yeah,
आर अर्निंग इनफ. लेकिन अगर
yes.
मैं नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च कर रहा हूँ और उसको मैं Q3 Q4 में लॉन्च कर रहा हूँ,
Hmm.
तो Q3 Q4 में यूजुअली यूएस में स्टोरेज फीस और एवरी सीपीसी सब ज्यादा होता है.
Okay,
तो
right. Because
कम
of the holiday season and all of that. Yes.
या सो क्यू कंपेयर टू Q1 एंड Q2 मेरा एक्सपेंस ज्यादा ही होने वाला है. अगर मैं
Correct.
Q तो वो इफ अगर आपकी एजेंसी सही है तो वो सब कैलकुलेशन पहले ही करके आपको प्राइस सेट
Hmm.
करवाएगी.
Correct. Right.
सो या देयर इज अ चेंज, और वो एवरी ईयर एंड देयर होता ही रहता है.
Hmm.
लेकिन यू हैव टू, एज आई सेड, यू हैव टू कैच इट प्रोएक्टिवली एंड एक्ट.
Hmm. Correct. Yes, absolutely. And in general, like PPC, of course, you need to do right as a seller.
या
You cannot do without that, right? It won't work.
करेक्ट
But you've in your some post you've said that a lot of founders try to use it as a end up using it as a crutch, right? Not as a growth tool. So
करेक्ट.
how do you use PPC as a growth tool versus Amazon tax or or a crutch?
Okay, so we have a flywheel. So we have
Hmm.
created a concept because
Hmm.
we work because we are the Amazon SP and service provider. We have documentation and study material from Amazon.
Hmm.
So we work on the funnel model. And from that funnel, we have created a flywheel out of it. So if you see our
Hmm.
website, we have a concept called flywheel. Uh, so flywheel should work like this. So the PPC drive sales,
Okay.
sales improve organic ranking,
Hmm.
better ranking bring free traffic,
Hmm.
and total revenue grows while ad spend stays the flat. So
Hmm.
tech cost goes down if it's flat or rising on the product, the
Hmm.
flywheel is broken. So
Hmm.
you are paying for the traffic, you should be earning. So
Correct.
and the other red flag is you are ranking first organically, but still running paid ads on those keywords. So
Hmm.
basically, that's something that buying traffic from your already your own keyword. So basically, you don't have to
Hmm.
do it, but you are
Right.
doing it just to do it. And the real case, if I give you a real case scenario, uh, there is one account we are spending 42,000 a month,
Hmm.
and top three product already ranking first, second, and third.
Hmm.
It is very well known detergent company in US,
Right.
and still running aggressive paid ads on those keywords. We cut
Hmm.
those campaign by 60%, redirected 50,000 to a new product launch, which is case pay. So they are
Hmm.
selling on the case only pack of one. We ask them to create a pack of two and invest those ads budget to launch
Into
a
the
new
pack
product.
of two. Right.
And by end of 3 months, the revenue went up because their product is already running. It is
Hmm.
proven that that product is has a chance to sell out on a pack of two because we have did the analysis of the competitor and all.
Right.
Uh, so the revenue went up by 8% and tech cost dropped by 13%
Wow.
on that. So,
And then,
but
right.
those campaigns for a start keep running because previous agency was on percentage of spend model. So
Right. Yes. They want
so
as much as spend as possible. So you don't work on
yeah,
a percentage of ad spend model?
no, we only have a
Hmm.
flat fee.
Hmm.
We don't
Right.
work on a percentage model so far,
Correct.
and that is not the right
I
way.
have seen a lot of. So when I search for a very specific product, I know I want this product from this brand, right? And I'll search for that on Amazon, and that product shows up as an ad, and then it shows up as an organic listing, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
because those agencies charge on a ad spend, so they don't care about your spending.
sad. Yeah.
They only care about if you spend let's say $20,000, you
Hmm.
get $3,000 of worth of invoice.
Hmm.
So
Yes. So they would want those brands to keep spending more.
yes, so
Hmm.
that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the brutal, hard truth of the industry,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, but some people are also want to work with those type of agency because they think that it drive them more traffic.
Hmm.
So
Right.
both are right,
Correct.
no one is wrong, but we don't work because you have to explain so many things,
Of course. Yes.
because we do weekly calls and monthly calls. It's very hard to convince to the people when you spend x amount of money on any keywords.
Hmm. Right. 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 No, very true. And also, inventory decisions make a major impact, right? Especially like
Yes,
which cities are you placing your inventory in,
correct.
which centers, and you also mentioned sometime that inventory decisions are actually are similar to SEO decisions, right?
Correct.
So can you break that down?
Yeah, so we treat inventory as a SEO tool only. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, so your inventory level directly impacts search ranking. The data is clear for them.
Okay.
So for example, top 10 product goes out of stock for one day, 28% of rank will be dropped from that.
Oh. Okay.
So
That
and
product. Hmm.
if it goes for 3 days, it might probably go to 80 to 85%.
Wow. And then once it's
Uh,
in stock, then it doesn't jump suddenly. Then it.
no, yeah, the
Okay.
recovery isn't instant actually. So weeks for short stock out, a month for longer ones, and
Wow.
some product is competitive. For example, in beauty category,
Hmm.
so those category never fully recover because
Hmm.
the constant new product every day category launching a new product. So
Hmm.
that's it. And the algorithm uses look back window from 3 to 365 days. So
Hmm.
recent data said that consistent daily sales signal reliability and stock out pattern signal opposite. So if your product Amazon knows that उनके warehouse में आपका product पड़ा है तो आपका ranking होगा ही होगा.
Right. Right. Hmm.
So your demand planning spreadsheet has more impact on ranking than your keyword strategy
Wow.
basically
Wow. No one would have thought of
because
that, right?
yeah, because you rank your product, you do everything, but if your stock out, it will
Hmm.
go and it's and more seller don't see that way,
Hmm.
which is why they keep losing rank on reasons they can't explain, and
Right.
then they find another agency, you know
Hmm.
but it is not about agency. You
Right.
have to
Also
so
about
in
inventory
sellers
decisions.
umbrella,
Hmm.
we do weekly calls, monthly calls, and all that parameters will be discussed with
Hmm.
client proactively. Yeah.
Right. Right. And do you think there's there's like a um, pattern which you keep seeing in brands, like a mistake or a pattern which all brands you think keep doing, and then they which is hard to fix? I know in in our game it's usually like in the software game it's usually it's called the build trap. Everyone does it. Every founder. I've done it before.
Okay.
Everyone, however successful, they've at least done it once in their lives, where they keep building, keep building, keep building. They'll
Okay.
build software for 2 years, not launch
Okay.
it, and they'll keep
Oh.
thinking, अच्छा ये एक चीज परफेक्ट कर लेते हैं, ये बटन डाल देते हैं, ये फीचर डाल, फिर लॉन्च करेंगे, right? And
Oh.
then by the time they launch it, it's already too late, and they've lost all hope. And there are
Okay.
competitors who are now way bigger than they were 2 years back when they started
Yeah.
building. It's a very
Yeah.
common thing in the software industry. So is there something like that in the Amazon, with Amazon sellers as well, which you must have experienced?
Yeah. So basically क्या होता है, every seller think their product is best in market.
Hmm.
उनको ऐसा ही लगता है कि मेरे जैसा प्रोडक्ट मार्केट में अभी तक तो आया ही नहीं है, दिस इज द वन, एंड इसके बाद आएगा भी नहीं. So
Right.
but they forget that, for example, founder write listing based on how they describe their product, not how
Hmm.
customer searches. So
Correct.
those two are different thing. you
Hmm.
you describe something, but Amazon understand or not, you don't know.
Hmm.
So title should be brand focus instead of keyword driven, more of
Right.
a bullet. They just copy paste the brochure bullet point into the Amazon. That is
Correct.
not the case. You need answering your buyer question in bullet points, so that those bullet point is for to give information uh, that buyer
Hmm.
might have.
Hmm.
uh, and the more importantly is backend search term.
Hmm.
There is a field called backend search term where you have to add uh, uh, search term where you think buyer can search for this term for my product.
Right.
So, and usually those cells, whenever I audited, those cells are empty. They don't
Okay.
give a.
People forget that. People don't even think that that's important.
Yeah, yeah. And second pattern is they set and forget. List the product,
Hmm.
set budget, and they check monthly. And Amazon move daily. The
Hmm.
BSR, your
Right.
keyword ranking, the competitor pricing, they constantly go up and down every hour. So you can't just set and wait and watch in Amazon.
Right. Correct.
If you are a serious buyer, you have to have one at least 1 to 2 hours to check your account, how it works, your product is appear on your
Correct.
keywords or not. uh, and third and most important, they are not building reviews,
Hmm.
so they don't care about in all the online marketplaces, review is your salesperson,
Of course.
you know
100%. I don't buy anything without reading reviews first.
Yeah, and when I say you need to, there is a program called Amazon Wine in Amazon. So you
Hmm.
have to give away 30 units to the Amazon buyer. Amazon give away their product, and in return you will get the positive or negative review based on your product.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Right.
we suggest that to our client, but they denied. Why should I give
Hmm.
30 inventory just to give away?
Just to give right.
Yeah, but without that you can't compare. You
Correct.
for in sellers umbrella, in order to run an ad, in order to run any ad, you have to have your product listing retail ready. And in retail ready means you have to have product images as per Amazon guidelines. You have to have A plus content, you have to have brand story, you have to
Right.
have front end and back end optimized properly, uh, and you have to have at least 20 reviews or more than that.
Hmm. Right.
Without that, we suggest not to spend any money on ads, because uh, even if I landed a buyer on their listing,
Hmm.
they don't likely to buy it because there is no
Hmm.
review, there is no evidence.
Correct.
So
Right.
uh, so that's
Hmm.
very common.
Those are very common mistakes, and like reviews in general. Um, recently there was this a lot of social media thing going on where people said that most of the reviews are fake on Amazon, and that does that like being an insider in the industry. What's the reality? That does is it like? Do you think that there are a lot of fake reviews and people are doing that? Like or
Yeah, there are agencies and there are people who do that, but they are not openly
hmm
available. but Amazon catches you in month or two because they have a spiders. They have a backend team, and now because of the AI and everything, uh, uh, they flag you like this. So if there is something suspicious available, they first of all they block your listing.
Okay.
Then they start
Right.
then they start discussing. So once your product is blocked and your
Right.
inventory is in USA, you need to back and forth for almost a month to get back your listing.
Wow. Okay.
So and we don't do that. We purely do white hat practices.
Of course.
But few of our sellers are doing that in past, uh, and we face such situation, and then we have to rescue them. So
Correct.
eventually it will not work out. But there are legitimate ways also. So if अगर आपका ऑर्डर एवरीडे जाता है तो अमेजोन के बैकएंड में ही एक फीचर है जहां से आप रिक्वेस्ट रिव्यू कर
Ask for
सकते हो
review.
तो
Yes. Yes. Correct.
एंड देयर आर टूल्स अवेलेबल आल्सो यू नो
Right.
तो
Right.
एंड इफ आई जेन्युइनली बिलीव इफ योर प्रोडक्ट इज गुड यू विल गेट द रिव्यूज
Yes.
सो
Correct.
आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड आपको बाय करना पड़ता है बाहर से ये वो करके नया प्रोडक्ट है कॉम्पिटिटर का 100 रिव्यूज देख के आप बोलते हो कि हमारा भी 100 होना चाहिए
होना चाहिए. Yes.
लेकिन उसने 2022 में चालू किया था आप 2025 में कर रहे हो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस
100%. Yes.
तो वो अगर अंडरस्टैंडिंग काफी लोगों को समझाना पड़ता है मतलब जो भी सेलर्स है दे हैव दिस एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम अस लाइक बट हम उसको समझाते हैं कि भाई ऐसा है ये मत करो बिकॉज इट विल कॉस्ट यू मोर देन व्हाट यू थिंक
What do you think? Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah, very true. And as a consumer, is there a way, like from buying, while when I'm buying something on Amazon, is there a way that I can understand कि यार ये product में लग रहा है कि fake reviews हैं?
वहाँ पे अमेजोन पे लिखा हुआ था वेरीफाइड रिव्यूज
Correct.
देयर इज अ वाइन रिव्यूज वेरीफाइड रिव्यूज भी फेक हो सकते हैं आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि वेरीफाइड रिव्यूज भी लेकिन यू कैन फाइंड द पैटर्न छोटा लिखा हुआ होगा हाईली रिकमेंडेड या ऐसा कुछ लिखा हुआ
अच्छा.
होगा
हाँ.
अगर आप प्रोडक्ट आपको पसंद आया है और आप अगर रिव्यू डालने जाते हो तो यू विल राइट इन डिटेल राइट
Correct.
आप कभी भी आप हाईली रिकमेंडेड कब लिख दोगे जब आपको कोई बोलेगा कि सर एक रिव्यू
लिख
डाल
दो.
दो
हाँ. Correct.
बट इफ यू जेन्युइनली लाइक प्रोडक्ट तो आप टाइम लेके पूरा स्टोरी लिख के ही आप रिव्यू डालने वाले
डालोगे. Yes.
तो
True.
तो एज अ बायर वो भी हमको चेक करना है वो आप देखोगे तो पैटर्न पता चल जाता है
पता
कि
चल जाता है.
ये मतलब ऐसा है
Yes, right. Correct. Yes. So there's another community question on LinkedIn. How extensively do you use AI for automation in your current Amazon workflows?
Oh wow, nice question. Actually, we are using AI four or five tools we are using
Oh wow.
for the operational purpose. So it's a human and AI combination we have.
Amazing. Right.
Yeah, so we use Manus and Cloud for the data mining for the PPC and all.
Right.
And to check the performance and proactively fixes the problem. ChatGPT we used to use for the content, but now we are not using it because that is not something. मतलब वो human touch
नहीं आता. हाँ. Absolutely. If you see ChatGPT content, you know that it's very hollow. Somehow it's very hollow.
Yeah. Or same goes with graphic design and all. So nano banana और वो सब हम use करते हैं just to inspiration.
Okay.
उसके ऊपर you cannot create and just send the nano banana image to client.
Got it.
You can take an inspiration and but वो बनाना तो हमको ही है. It makes our life easy. So अगर content engaging बनाना है या अलग थॉट पैटर्न से उसको बनाना है तो AI यूज करो और हम तो क्लाइंट को भी बोल देते हैं कि वी आर यूजिंग AI एंड दैट इज फॉर द बेटरमेंट. अगर वो एक रिपोर्ट पे अगर मैं काम करता हूँ वो अगर 4 दिन में मिल रहा है और AI की वजह से वो 1 दिन में डिलीवरी हो जा रहा है तो मैं मेरी सर्विस का कॉस्ट भी कम कर रहा हूँ.
Yes.
और मैं सर्विस का कॉस्ट भी कम कर रहा हूँ ना. और एट द सेम टाइम क्विक डिलीवरी भी मिल रहा है. सो दैट्स
100%. Yes.
So very much we are very much AI driven for say but it's a human and AI, it's not only AI.
Yes, yes, yes. I think that's where things would go, right? Like eventually it any real content or any real pieces of work, be it content, be it anything, it'll be either AI assisted humans or human assisted AI, right? It will never
Correct.
be. I think दोनों
Yeah.
चीजें खत्म हो जाएंगी. Purely human work will also not
Yes.
live up to
Yes.
the expectations, and purely AI
Yes.
work will also not live up to the
Yes.
expectations.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right. Amazing. Yeah, super. So just some love from the community
Yeah.
for you, which
Oh,
I'm just
wow.
showing on the screen.
Wow.
In general, Amazon itself is also, is also becoming very AI driven, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
bidding, campaigns, pricing.
Yeah.
अब इन सब से आपकी लाइफ ईजियर हो रही है या मुश्किल हो रही है, बिकॉज अब सब लोग के पास वो टूल्स आ गए हैं, राइट? जो पहले मेरे ख्याल से
Yeah.
बहुत हार्ड था दूसरे दूसरे
Correct.
एजेंसीज को. सो हाउ इन द लास्ट 3 years how has that affected your life?
Okay. So it works in both the ways for us.
Hmm.
So execution layer is getting automated fast.
Hmm.
The performance. So for example, performance plus cut campaign setup from 70 step to 4 step now. So
Wow, from
before it,
70 steps to 4 step.
yes, the performance
Hmm.
first, and more than 90,000 plus sellers are using the AI writing tool, and
Hmm.
they 90% accept the output without editing.
Hmm.
So,
Right.
so the basic setup campaign, write bullet point work, AI handle that now.
Hmm.
The harder part is understanding what's happening inside the black box. So, for example, the Rufus, which is another AI tool from the voice from the Amazon, the AI assistant, uh, 250 million plus users. The customer who engage with it are 60% more likely to buy the new discovery channel, and most sellers don't understand how it picks product. So
Hmm.
it's combination. As I said, it's combination for both. And on
Hmm.
other end, there is another tool called Cosmo.
Hmm.
So it is Amazon's intent algorithm.
Okay.
Uh, so it doesn't just match keyword anymore. It try to understand why someone is buying.
Hmm.
So now the game is not limited to keywords, you know. So and when
Hmm.
the game is not related to keyword, so keyword stuffing is now actively harmful, suddenly harmful for your listing, and
Hmm.
listing need to be written for human, not bots.
Right.
So the practical problem, if I say, last year in mid 2025, when Cosmo updated, some seller lost ranking overnight, including
Hmm.
ours. No warning, no explanation, nothing. Uh, and 2 year ago, my job was 60% execution and
Hmm.
40% strategy only.
Hmm.
And now it's flipping to AI handles bids and draft. But when a
Correct.
client drop 30 position overnight because
Hmm.
of the Cosmo, reclassified their product, no AI tool tell you what happened.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
that's where experience comes in, and at
Hmm.
the same time, you need the AI as well, because
Hmm.
Amazon keep introducing new feature every day.
Yes, yes, yes. You need to keep up with it. You need to make sure you're using AI for the right things, but
Correct.
yeah, but also
Yeah.
making sure that the human touch does not go.
Yeah, you
That's,
cannot
I
deny
think,
it. You cannot
yes.
deny it, or you cannot accept it 100%. You have
Correct,
to.
correct, correct. I think that's what I'm hearing across all industries as well.
Yeah.
But you're very right that earlier it was more like some of strategy and more of execution, and now
Correct.
it's more of strategy, and execution of course will be handled by
Yeah.
AI itself, right?
Yes.
Amazing. Nirav, it has been amazing. We've been talking for really long. It's almost
Yeah.
been an hour. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
for doing this.
Thank
It's
you.
been a genuinely great conversation, and it's most usually I've only had conversations about Amazon at a very surface level.
Oh, wow.
You've actually went down. We've driven
Yeah.
we've driven way deep into it, and yeah, for our listeners, that was Nirav. You can find Nirav and his team at sellersumbrella.com. They recently, I just saw your post. They've recently got a new website. By the way, the new website looks fabulous. I also
Yeah,
checked it
thank
out.
you.
I like how you guys
Thank you.
change the icon, and it's a
Yeah.
very it's
Yeah.
a very new yeah, the cursor,
Yeah.
sorry, and yeah, it's a very new gen. It's pretty cool. Congratulations on
Yeah.
that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
And
yeah,
it's a good conversation. Thank you for inviting me. And I hope I give all the answers. And if
absolutely.
anything missing, you know where to find me.
100%, 100%. I will definitely reach out to you if there are any anything to do with Amazon. And for our listeners, you can reach out to him on LinkedIn as well, or Instagram. We'll tag them around all our social media channels. For anything to do with Amazon India, or selling, being an Indian merchant selling into the into US, please check
Yeah.
them out. To our listeners, I hope this episode was useful, as Neera was saying. And if it was, the best thing you can do is share it with at least one founder who you think can benefit from this.
Yeah.
That was Neerav, and I am Rachit, and this was China. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye, Neerav.